So after what I would call a pretty crazy November, I thought I'd just rein it back just a little bit for next month's reading. What's up guys, welcome back to Unlimited Reads. My name is Chris and today I'll be sharing with you my reading plans for December. I just can't believe the end of the year is right around the corner. I don't know where the time has gone, just does my head in. So a couple of months ago I promised myself that in December I was going to kick back and just read a single book for the month to close out 2022. Now unfortunately those plans changed. One book turned into two and then two books unfortunately turned into three. I just couldn't help myself because a couple of books have come up on my radar and captured my interest that I have no choice but to make a little bit more work for myself and read three books for next month. So let's go through with what the books are. The first book I want to read is Dark Game by Michael Robertson Jr. This is the first novel in the Lance Brody series that I picked up on digital from Amazon for about $12, which contains all 7 novels of the series, including the novella, which I had recently read as well. Now Lance Brody is a very, very special young man. He was conceived in a graveyard and he has inherited the unique ability to converse with the dead, among other powers that he has. Now unfortunately, with powers like this, unfortunately it makes you a target for supernatural forces that are hell-bent on doing evil. That's basically it in a nutshell. I'm looking forward to reading all the novels, but I thought this month I've really enjoyed the character so much from Dark Beginnings, which was the introductory novella, that I felt that had a good rapport with Lance and was really interested in his story, and how Dark Beginnings ended just fueled my appetite to read more of Lance Brody. And I am starting to read the Lance Brody series because I enjoyed Michael Robertson's latest novel, The End House, so much, and I certainly reviewed that on the channel. If you haven't seen that yet, the video is up where I go into a fair bit of detail about what I liked and my thoughts and reactions, and it is also spoiler free, so be sure to check that out. So next month I also hope to have Michael Robertson on the channel. I've reached out to him, he has agreed to come on. We're looking at a tentative date of the 16th of December, but it's going to be fantastic. I'll get to ask him a few questions and I'll also pose to him questions submitted by fans and anyone else who is interested in seeing him on the channel. So what I'm going to do is put some questions, ask for questions to be put in the comments below so that I can ask him those questions for you for when I interview him on the channel. So it's going to be really, really exciting. My first author guest on the channel and hopefully the first of many. The second book I'm going to read next month is Mine by Robert R. McCammon. Now I picked this book up for $1. It was a sensational buy. It looks like a really good title of his. I have become a real die-hard Robert McCammon fan this year because I did read Boy's Life followed by Swan Song, and I did reading vlogs for both of those books on the channel. If you haven't checked them out, please do. It goes into a fair bit of detail on my thoughts and reactions about the books as I went through them. I also read his short story collection as well called Blue World, and also reviewed that on the channel as well if you wanted to take a look. And again, goes in a fair bit of detail, but it is also spoiler free, and just love his work. The next book I was always going to read was Mystery Walk, but unfortunately I hadn't gotten around to buying that yet, so I have settled for Mine, and looking forward to the ride there. So that will be read straight after Dark Game, and I'm looking forward to that. And the third book I'm going to read for December is a favourite of mine, only next to The Shining by Stephen King, and that is Stephen King's It. This is the single book that I promised myself to read. I weren't going to read anything else except this. This is just an older reading copy that I bought really cheap one day. You know, I don't want to wreck my other copies. I have about 4 different versions of this book, but just really looking forward to reading it for the 4th time. It's been a few years since I have read this, and just looking forward to catching up with the Loser Kids and experiencing this book again and see if I can pick up anything new from it from the 4th time I'm going to be reading it. And I think reading Stephen King's It is the perfect way to close out the year, and it's going to be a real treat for me. So I have created a little bit more work for myself for reading 3 books instead of 1, but you know, it's a good problem to have, and I'm really looking forward to reading Mine and Dark Game as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll also be reviewing Mine on the channel, so watch out for that. And I'll also look at reviewing Dark Game as well, so you can expect at least a couple of reviews also in December, amongst other content that I'm going to be putting out. So there you go, guys, that is it for my TBR for December. It's going to be pretty relaxing overall, and I'll put some final details about the forthcoming interview on the channel with Michael Robertson on the community page, and I'll also announce it in future videos I'll be doing as well to drum up some interest there. I'll also be looking at promoting it on Facebook as well. I'll go on to the Goodreads Society page and promote it there, and obviously I think Michael Robertson would mention the similar thing on his Facebook page as well. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Please give a like and subscribe if you liked this content, and I plan on producing a lot more of it. There's some exciting things coming up on the channel which I won't reveal now, but of course I am looking forward to doing my end of year wrap up, say mid to late next month, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you all what my reading plans are for 2023. And let me tell you, it's going to be a very, very busy year because of you know, the multitude of books I've got to read. But as I say, that's a really good problem to have, and looking forward to sharing all that stuff with you. So thank you very much for watching. Please offer any feedback below in the comments, and don't forget to submit any questions you might want to ask Michael Robertson, and I'll certainly pose them to him. But that is simply going to be a highlight for the channel, having my first author guest on. So until next time, guys, see you later.